So Drake Maye struggled mightily in the Super Bowl. We know this, right? Committing 3 turnovers. He got sacked 6 times. It was a continuation of his struggles throughout the postseason, in which he finished with a total QBR of 40. Since QBR was introduced in 2006, there have been 61 instances of a quarterback making at least 3 starts in a single postseason. Maye's QBR is 3rd lowest among that group, ahead of only Peyton Manning in his final season and Rex Grossman, how I remember that well. Yesterday, Maye made no excuses for his poor Super Bowl performance. Listen to this.
You can't, blame things on injuries. Things happen like this all the time in the league. Was blessed this year. What a year of, health and blessings for me this year. You can't, stone it on one little thing on the shoulder. So it's just unfortunate. It happened to be throwing one, but at the same time, I could have prevented it or made more plays. I was feeling like I was able to make throws in the game and was myself. So it stings. It's going to sting for a while, and I know it's what this makes this sport special. We were close, and you got to try to find that extra edge. I know I didn't play as well as I would have liked down the stretch, and I'm a promise to do my best to work hard and get us back to those moments in those games.
Look, Drake struggled in the postseason. We know that, but he also went up against fantastic defenses, unfortunately for him, throughout the postseason. But has your confidence wavered at all in Drake Maye due to his postseason performance?
No, it hasn't. But 2 things I'd say. Thank God Stafford won the MVP. Because it would have looked very bad if he won the MVP after Stafford played great in the NFC Championship game and he played as badly as he played in this game. Because he wasn't bad. He was a deer in the headlights. Let's call it like we see it. And I'm a Maye fan. And I know you like the North Carolina nonsense. He stunk. He stunk. And then number 2, I don't want to hear about injury. Because I heard all about this shoulder for a week. Well, I'm banged up. Here's about the old Jimmy Connors line, and I love it. If you're injured, don't play. If you play, you're not injured. Yeah. Okay? I don't want to hear a word about your injury. Not a peep. Please, when you threw that touchdown pass against Houston, that great pass in the right corner, nobody was talking about some shoulder.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah, he did after the game. He brought up the fact that was not, my shoulder hurts, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear a word. I don't want to hear it. Now, I'm
using a tennis guy to talk about injuries in football. I love that, by the way.
Jimmy Connors.
Yeah, I love that.
But let's be honest. You can say anything you want. I mean, Stafford was Unitas.
Stafford was at home watching.
Oh, hold on now. Stafford, did you miss the NFC Championship
No, I watched Sam Darnold outduel him and send him home.
Barely. That was a 50-50 game. The kid dropped the punt. What are you talking about? You're nuts.
Drake Maye.
You're nuts.
Your confidence.
Maye, I still think he's very good. I am a little worried about this performance. Marino played horrendously against San Francisco. We never saw him in the Super Bowl again. Keep that in mind. The 2nd year for him. But I still think he's a very good quarterback.
Remember, this is the first franchise in the Patriots to start multiple rookie offensive linemen, right? So it's not like his protection was stout, right? Was at the level that he thought maybe it would be. Saturday, go ahead.
This is so bad that we're even asking this question. It is such a joke. You have a 2nd-year quarterback, took his team to the Super Bowl. You have a rookie left guard and left tackle starting. I think that's the first time in NFL history they've done that. They played either 3 or 4 of the best defenses in the NFL over the season to get there, and they play the Seattle Seahawks with the number 1 defense, and they get outplayed. And Drake Maye did not play a great game. He missed reads. He didn't play well. Their offensive line didn't play well. Josh McDaniels didn't call a great game. Everybody was kind of behind. And a large part of that has to do with the Seattle Seahawks' physicality and them being able to dominate. So I'm not taking away from the Seahawks. They deserve it. They earned it. They did it. But to ask if anybody's shaken, this guy was number 2 in the MVP voting and deserved to be there, and is in his first year with Josh McDaniels as all of them. And let me tell you the difference, because Mad Dog brought it up. Matt Stafford has a decade plus of experiences to draw back on when he's playing that Seattle Seahawks defense. And he saw them for the 3rd time that season. And his first time playing them did he have a fantastic day?
No, they won.
He had an awful
but he
day.
wasn't great.
He's terrible.
And not terrible.
Okay, so you say it the same way you said it with your chest about Drake Maye. Okay. His second time was better, and his third time is better. So give him credit, right? Maye did not play well and isn't saying he played well. But to act like, and you're going to compare MVP, all this nonsense.
He got 23 votes, Jeff.
Listen, he balled and deserved the votes. He played well enough to be an MVP in his second year and the first year. He doesn't have the experience to draw from, and you heard the defensive backs talking about. He's playing like a young quarterback where he's hesitating. He wants to see it come open. I played with Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer. I played with Aaron Rodgers, and I will tell you this. At years 2, whether it's Tom Brady, whether it's all these different guys, he has put himself at least in a conversation of having a great second year, didn't win the Super Bowl, but he's there. At least he's in the conversation. No confidence lost. Absolute nonsense by Doggy.
You know, Jeff, America needs to be leery of people like you.
No, sir.
Because when somebody comes to you and says a question shouldn't be asked, the first thing that should come to your mind is ask the damn question.
Oh my word.
You can ask the question. Now let me tell you, I think I have immense confidence in Drake Maye moving forward. I think the brother can ball. He's got skills. And the Tom Brady era is clearly over. This dude is the future. We got that part. But first of all, you can ask the question. And secondly, Jeff, let's look at the question. The question wasn't, have you lost complete faith in Drake Maye? That wasn't the question. The question was, how much confidence do you have in him moving forward? Is it a little? Is it a lot? Is it none? That's all. There's nothing wrong with asking that question. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe in the kid. But religiously, we've pointed out how the New England Patriots had the weakest schedule since 1999. The postseason is when legacies are made, as they say. Well, Drake Maye in the postseason wasn't close to what he was in the regular season. The numbers are here. He completed 72% of his passes in the regular season. It dipped 14 points to 58 in the postseason. Yards per game dipped by 52 a game, from 259 to 207. 8 fumbles in 17 games. 7 in 4 playoff games. 3 fumbles lost in 17 games. 4 fumbles lost in the postseason. 11 turnovers in 17 games. 8 turnovers in 4 games. A passer rating of 113.5, which led the entire National Football League. And it dropped 30 points, 31 to be exact, to 82. Well, I mean, damn. There's a precipitous drop-off. And that's not all his fault. 2 rookie offensive linemen. All right. We don't like the way Josh McDaniel called the game in the Super Bowl. And by the way, let's not let Josh McDaniel off the hook. Do y'all understand that Josh McDaniel has been an offensive coordinator in New England for 14 years? This is his 3rd stint in New England. 14 years and you call a game like that. You provide him no protection whatsoever, no innovation. Do you know when they threw a screen pass? They threw 1 screen pass the entire game, and it was with 12 seconds left in the game. That's all. He had no answers. Josh McDaniel came up with nothing, absolutely nothing. And this is a 14-year veteran, which should make us think, if we're going to question, even though we all know Bill Belichick is great, if we're going to question his value with Tom Brady compared to without Tom Brady, how come that same question doesn't extend to Josh McDaniel? What have you done without Tom Brady? You were the head coach in Denver, didn't work out. You were the head coach in Vegas, didn't work out. You got Drake Maye in the Super Bowl, it didn't work out. Even though we know he's a damn good offensive coordinator and he deserves his respect, when we see something like we've seen, it makes you ask a question. Drake Maye, I believe in him. I think he's the future. I think he's going to be just fine. But the bottom line is, there were things that transpired in the postseason that gave you cause to pause and warranted asking the question so Jeff Saturday can bloviate with his answer.
Yes.
The question is legitimate.
And correct you for the nonsense that you try to speak. So here's the thing. Josh McDaniel had a bad day, 100%. This is 10th Super Bowl. And again, when you talk about Tom Brady in his early years, he was carried by a defense. Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. Are we going to act like Diggs and Booty are the same? Do you think they saw the same thing and got the same type of? This is all I'm saying. Don't act like it's comparing they're exact, right? They did not play well. Drake Maye did not play well. I'm not trying to absolve him of poor play. What I'm saying is this: if your confidence is shaken because of what you saw against the Seattle Seahawks, you're lying to yourself. And I understand the whole playoff thing, and I feel you on
the whole playoff.
Right. And I get it. And I also get the defensive ends that he played in week 1 of the playoffs, 2 of the playoffs. And the problem is you have 2 other rookies that are starting on the left side, which is the blind side of your offensive line, where fumbles come, bad decisions. And again, the timing, you're 100% right. He's not playing the exact same competition. But you have to learn and grow, and experience matters. That's not a confidence issue. It is a learning what it feels like when it starts to go bad. They don't have experience in it.
Listen, I agree with all that, and we got to give him a little break. But he looked like a beaten, no confident quarterback on Sunday. And that's what Steve's referring to.
Who didn't on their offense?
I mean, you talk about schemes in their left tackle. Well, Stevenson played well. Hollins played well.
But their offensive line was not.
Bottom line is, Steve, he's the quarterback. Okay, he went into that game, Jeff. Pay attention. You were watching it. He went into that game. He was scared. He held the ball too long in the pocket.
He did hold the ball too long.
He had 3 turnovers. There was no life. There was no juice. There was no energy.
I agree.
And most of all, no spark. And a quarterback has got to inspire his team. He did not do that in that game.
He had a 16.3 QBR in the Super Bowl. It wasn't great.
Let me also say, Jeff, let me get away. Let me help you out here, Jeff, because you just brought Christmas to me early. You want to get away from Drake Maye? Fine. We'll get away from Drake Maye because he's the future and he's a damn good quarterback. He's got a promising future. Forget all that. Let's go back to Josh McDaniel, since you want to rave about him so much.
Yeah.
This is an offensive coordinator. The early part of Tom Brady's ascension, you said it was the defense, right? Which means the offense wasn't that great with him calling it. And then in 2007, didn't he have Randy Moss? With the Tom Brady, that didn't work out. Then he goes in 2011. Did he still have Gronk and those boys? It didn't work out then. What I'm saying to you is this. Josh McDaniel, and then I brought up the 2 head coaching opportunities. The only reason I'm bringing it up about Josh McDaniel is 2 reasons. Number 1, this was a porous performance on his part in this Super Bowl, number 1, okay? And number 2, you're bringing up how, you've watched this, others have brought up the greatness of Bill Belichick. Well, what was he without Tom Brady? Why would we ask that question about Bill Belichick but not ask that question about Josh McDaniel? Make it make sense. How can anybody justify asking a question about the greatness of Bill Belichick